Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, more WWE 2k20 Universe Mode. This is the Monday Night Raw after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And if you haven't already, make sure you head over to the channel and check out the Elimination Chamber. It is fully available right now on BrendenPlayz. Go ahead and check it out. Tonight, we're going to be following on from that pay-per-view as we build towards Wrestlemania. This week on Raw, Austin Theory is in action, taking on Riddick Moss one-on-one. We're also going to see the tag team of Ziggler and Corbin teaming up to take on Breezango. MVP is back, he's on Raw, and he'll be taking on Angel Garza one-on-one. Great opportunity there for Garza and MVP. We will see Bayley up close and personal against Mickie James, and we'll see a tag team match as well, as Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura are still desperate to become #1 contenders for the tag titles. Can they defeat the Lucha House Party to do it? And the Beast, Brock Lesnar, won the Elimination Chamber. Tonight he is in action one-on-one against Kane. Now main event, Austin Theory picks up the win over Riddick Moss. Ziggler and Corbin too good as well for Breezango. MVP is back with a win, huge win for him. And we'll see Bayley and James right now. Well, let's get into our first contest of tonight's episode. 3 matches here tonight we're going to focus on. And the first one being, well, the woman who will face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. It is Bayley. Well, let's take you back to the chamber. Becky Lynch celebrating her win over Peyton Royce when we saw Bayley attack Becky Lynch from behind. Bayley has been sick and tired of everybody, overthinking her, not believing in her, not seeing her as a threat. Everyone has overlooked her for a long time over the last few years. No one has ever seen Bayley as a top-tier threat to the championship. Well, Bayley is fed up with it, and she laid out the champion Becky Lynch to give her a first-hand experience of what is to come at WrestleMania. Bayley, fed up, frustrated. People have been saying that her win at the Rumble doesn't necessarily mean she's going to win the championship. Many believe she's not good enough to beat Charlotte or Becky. Well, Bayley is not happy with that statement at all. She is determined to win that championship for the very first time, and she's gunning for the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. Well, no better opportunity here tonight for Mickie James to defeat the Royal Rumble winner and the person who will be going on to WrestleMania, but also great opportunity for Bayley to defeat a former women's champion and pick up a big scalp heading in towards WrestleMania. So this new persona, this new way of thinking for Bayley, first time we really get to see a chance to see this in action since the Elimination Chamber. So we'll see if this change in thinking, change of mindset will work out in Bayley's favor. And look, to be fair, sometimes you just got to take things by force. You can't just continue to wait on the sidelines. Sometimes you got to take what you want. And Bayley, look, she got the big win at the Royal Rumble, but ever since the Royal Rumble, the talk has still been about, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks and Charlotte. It hasn't been about Bayley. Bayley, once again, has been an afterthought. It's been about, Sasha Banks and Natalya. That #1 contenders match at the Elimination Chamber. Obviously Charlotte now facing Sasha. That was the big match going into the chamber for the women. We were really focused on, okay, is Sasha or Natalya going to become #1 contender? And Bayley, we still were waiting on her Royal Rumble decision. We really didn't know where she was going, what she was going to do, but the focus was put elsewhere. And Bayley once again overlooked, overshadowed, and people have lost interest. Count of 8 now. Bayley's in trouble, but James will break the count up. She wants to get the pinfall here tonight. So Bayley is tired of being overlooked and decided to take matters into her own hands and attack Becky Lynch. Laid her out with the Bayley to belly and a tornado DDT as well. And that has certainly sent a message to the champion. And if I know Becky Lynch, she's not going to back down from a fight. So I don't know if she'll be in the building here tonight. But if she is, maybe we'll see Becky Lynch retaliate sooner rather than later. But I know a receipt is coming Bayley's way right here on the road to WrestleMania. And WrestleMania will be just a few more episodes of Raw away after this one. And for SmackDown NXT in between as well. And it will cap off our 5th year of Universe Mode. It's been a hell of a run, a hell of a ride, but still more to come before WrestleMania as we look to figure out the rest of the match card. But what we do know is Bayley and Becky Lynch one-on-one is happening. And we all also know Brock Lesnar, who will be in action later on against the former tag team champion Kane. Well, we know Lesnar will face Braun Strowman one-on-one at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship as well. The Beast is back, and Lesnar somehow managed to convince our Raw GM to give him the 6th spot in the chamber, the last spot, and he managed to win. So well done to Brock Lesnar. We'll see him in action later on. Meanwhile, Bayley working on the elbow drop there on Mickie James, now under the cover, but only gets the 1. And of course, up next, we'll see the tag team of Balor and Nakamura. They'll be taking on Lucha House Party. Of course, Insurgents are our new Raw Tag Team Champions. They defeated the Brothers of Destruction. No bigger win that they possibly could have gotten than that one. Huge for them. As Bayley now picked up by Mickie James into the corner and just shrugged away there by James, who'll now try and win this one, but only gets the 1. Well, Mickie James, just 11 wins to her name, 46% win-loss. And, you know, Mickie James has just been starved of opportunities. She's had some injury issues herself. She's been, you know, trying to find her mojo. You know, obviously, she's at the later stages of her career. Sometimes when you're aging, things haven't been going your way for the last few years. It's really hard to get the confidence back because it's been so long in between the last big win. You know, we look at someone like John Cena who competed in the Elimination Chamber here at recently, and Cena, it's been over 3 years since he's won his world title here in Universe Mode, and someone like him, you know, who's at the latter stages of his career, you know, it can be really difficult to believe in yourself when it's been so long since you've had that last major championship win. And for Mickie James, it's something similar. We haven't seen her win the big championship here in Universe Mode, but you know, we know she's championship material. We know she's capable, but it's been a long time. Even longer than, of course, our example there with Cena. But Mickie James needs to find that one win that will really spark herself and just really start to believe in herself, and she hasn't quite had that yet. No better way to do it right now against Bayley is, oh, Mickie James, here we go! Finds the big move, the big bulldog using the ropes. Mickie James, maybe on the verge. There's the mid kick. Mickie James to beat Bayley. 2-0. Well, that would have been an upset, and no worse way for Bayley to really kick off this new change of attitude than a loss. The first night she gets the chance. Mickie James, look out! DDT! There it is! Mickie James to win! No, the shoulder is up again. Mickie James coming out with all the hits right now, all her best moves, and it still is not enough to beat Bayley. Mickie James going for more, running bulldog. Wow, this is impressive here from Mickie, but maybe even more impressive about the fact that Bayley has been able to kick out of all of those shots. Speaking of shots, Bayley with a desperation right. She's trying her best to hang in there. I think any more from Mickie James, that will be lights out and curtains for Bayley. Who finds a slam. Bayley needs something desperately here. She's in big, big trouble. Mickie's in the corner. Bayley now has Mickie James, hits the suplex straight into the corner, into the turnbuckles, and that could be a game changer for this one for Bayley. Could be all, but Mickie with the shoulder up. This match continues. Bayley now lines up Mickie James. Mickie slowly back to her feet. Bayley picks her up. Bayley to belly. Hooks the leg. Will that be all? Yes, it is. Bayley able to pick up the win here tonight. Well, a short little scare for a moment there. There was a big kick from James. Huge mid kick, almost knocking out Bayley. And unfortunately for Mickie James, only getting the 2 count despite the fact she hit all her best moves. I thought for sure she was going to win this. But Bayley persevered, overcame, and was able to pick up the win. And that's a good sign for Bayley. You know, look, she's been on a winning run. There's no doubt she's been in great form. But this is the type of match where that really tests you to your limits. You dig deep, you find something that perhaps you didn't think you had to be able to come away with the victory. Huge, huge from Bayley. And this is what she needed. Bayley, a confidence boost heading into WrestleMania. I don't think she probably put everybody on notice like she was hoping to. But nonetheless, Bayley with a win that will certainly set her up for the road to WrestleMania. The confidence is there. Bayley is on the rise. I think she's starting to get everybody's attention. Everyone's been sleeping on Bayley. Maybe not anymore. Bayley feeling confident and feeling as though she's on her way back to potentially becoming a champion once again. But wait a second. There is our champion. There is the man, Becky Lynch. Okay. We may not have to wait so long to see that receipt come Bayley's way. Becky Lynch marching her way down to the ring, holding that title up in the air, letting Bayley know who's the champ. And Becky Lynch attacked at the chamber after beating Peyton Royce. Well, Bayley, here she is. Here we go. Lynch is here, and Bayley immediately gets out of there. Bayley wants nothing to do with Becky Lynch tonight. Becky's not going to chase after her. She's saying, come on, get in the ring. Let's have this fair fight. Let's get this over and done with. Meanwhile, Bayley's talking trash to the crowd who are telling her to get in the ring. She's got no interest in doing so. Well, Bayley, you may escape tonight, but I'm pretty sure Bayley will get what is coming her way very soon. Tag team contest in our next match here on Monday Night Raw. And Shinsuke Nakamura on his way to the ring. He'll be teaming up with none other than Finn Balor, as this tag team duo will look to try and take down the Lucha House Party. Shinsuke Nakamura, 55 wins to his name, 62% win-loss, including a United States Championship run under his belt. But of course, this tag team of Balor and Nakamura, 5 matches as a team, 4 wins, 1 loss. Plain to like, this is an exciting team. This is a duo that I really believe are tag team championship material. But they need to start winning when it counts the most. This is a big one. Of course, recently Nakamura and Balor faced off in that gauntlet match to determine one spot in the Elimination Chamber. And in the end, it was Shinsuke Nakamura who got the spot, who defeated Finn Balor. And of course, it was Shinsuke who went on to the chamber, had an impressive showing, but of course lost that match. Finn Balor, 48 wins to his name, 62% win-loss. Former WWE champion. Finn Balor, what a star he has been. He's been so good for such a long period of time, Finn. He's done it all, really, here in Universe Mode. Royal Rumble winner as well. Now Tag Team Championship is something that he has his eyes set on. And look, I don't blame him. Why not? Let's try and get himself a championship once again. He's got a good friend in Nakamura to try and do it with. Seems like a great opportunity. This team has worked pretty well so far. But they're coming up against a team in the Lucha House Party who is on a bit of a roll. 4 wins to their name, 57%. But those 4 wins, the majority of them have come in recent times. They are really starting to put together quite an impressive resume. They've beaten the Revival recent times. And they picked up some wins on main event as well. So this is a team that's on the rise. This might be their toughest challenge to date though. Up against Balor and Nakamura. A team that is also in really good form. So, of course, it'll be Kalisto and Lince Dorado as the tag team duo. Grand Metalik, good friends with these two. He'll be watching on ringside. Metalik, of course, former Cruiserweight champion at one point. As Kalisto looking to start this one off with a bit of a bang as this match is underway. Kalisto trying to up the ante early on with some quick offense. Nakamura up to the challenge. And what I like about Balor and Nakamura is they do have some speed, but they've got plenty of experience, some technical ability. Nakamura and Balor both very well experienced in the Japan style over there. That strong style Nakamura has perfected. And he hits you incredibly hard. It is a hell of a strike. And Nakamura has used that to perfection with the Kinshasa. That knee strike, when it hits you, it is all over. So this is a team that really is well experienced, well balanced. If they need to up the ante and go a little bit quicker to match the speed of someone like the Lucha House Party, they're able to do it. If they need to bring out some technical ability to bring down a couple of big men, they're able to do that as well. That's what I like about this team. They have a way, they have an ability to beat anybody. And of course, Kevin Owens and Elias are our new tag team champions, beating Kane and The Undertaker. It was a coming out party from Kevin Owens. It was a return to glory for him. And of course, we spoke to him after his big win at the Chamber, and he basically said, look, that was notice to everyone that Kevin Owens is back, and he is gunning for not just the tag team championships, which of course he's won, but he is looking to become a major champion again. He's thinking world championship at some point. Kevin Owens may be getting a little bit too far ahead of himself, but he certainly believes he's back to his best after the biggest win of his career in a long time. So that means that Insurgents are full of life, full of confidence, and Elias, a tremendous competitor, finally gets a championship in his career as well. So they are going to be very, very tough to beat Insurgents. Of course, they've been just absolutely dominating everybody in their way. 14 wins, 1 loss. That's right, 1 loss. So Insurgents are one heck of a team, as Balor will tag back in Nakamura. But I bring them up because Balor and Nakamura, they don't particularly need to change their style all that much to contend with them. You know, that well-balanced ability will certainly come into play. Kevin Owens is a bit more of a beat-you-down brawl style. Elias, very aggressive at times. He's got some power game about him as well. The Lucha House Party, I think just utilizing their speed, agility, and quickness, that's all they'll need to do. That could generally beat majority of teams with that, you know, executed in a perfectly laid out game plan. That sort of style, that speed, is very hard to overcome. But it can be certainly deflating if you get taken down off of your feet. There's not much you can do. You can't be quick when you can't utilize your feet. When you can't run, you can't really do much about it. So that's where the Lucha House Party certainly go wrong. They come up against a couple of big brutes, and they're able to get those strikes in. They're not able to get their defense going, and they get isolated in the corner. That's where they're easily able to be beaten. So that's something that these two men will have to try and work on, and they have been. And they got a win over the Revival recently. That's what they utilise. You know, the Revival, more of a beat you down type of style, more of a brawling based style. Well, Lucha House Party certainly were able to overcome that and build together a game plan to overcome that. So this is a team that is starting to really understand each other a lot better. Their chemistry is building, and the Lucha House Party is starting to gain a bit of confidence. And confidence is exactly what they need if they're going to win tonight, as Kalisto missing that drop kick. Nakamura will try and take advantage of the miss with a hook of the leg. It doesn't get anywhere near the 3. And Shinsuke, as we said, at one point, he and Finn Balor, potentially world championship material. Nakamura, of course, a part of the Elimination Chamber. He'll be feeling the effects here tonight, but that's the thing about this team. It's a bit of an all-star tag team. Balor and Nakamura, two great individuals coming together, which doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. You know, we've seen in the history of Universe Mode, you know, teams like the Beast Code, Ryback and Roman Reigns, Mysterio, Sheamus and Rob Van Dam. There's so many great teams throughout Universe Mode history where it's just two great individuals coming together. And of course, in more recent times, Rhino and Randy Orton, they dominated for a full year as tag team champions over on SmackDown. So it certainly can be done. And Insurgents, well, if you want to argue it, that's nearly a couple of individuals coming together as a team. They're more of a team now than ever before. You know, they're obviously in a fully fledged alliance. They've embraced each other for the last year or so as Kalisto. What a big 450 splash. But is it enough to get the job done? Balor is down. And Balor kick out. So there is precedence for Finn Balor and Nakamura that a team that, like them, two great individuals, two world championship caliber individuals coming together, there is a case that it can be done, it can work, and tag team championship gold can come about it. Sometimes teams that had together for a long time, like the Lucha House Party, just had that edge, just had that chemistry, just know each other so much better. And they always have each other's backs. The problem about Nakamura and Balor, there may always be that little jealousy, especially now that Nakamura beat Finn Balor not all that long ago to get into the chamber. Will there be any dissension between the two? Will they always be able to put any differences aside for the greater good, for the team? As the hook of the leg, not to be done. Well, this is a close match so far right now. It's not looking all that good for Finn Balor and Nakamura. Kalisto looked okay, but oh, gets caught out there with a powerbomb. Nakamura's going to look for more. That Kinshasa could be on its way. Kalisto could be in some danger. And Nakamura! Reverse slam there. Excellently executed. This is much better from Shinsuke Nakamura. Having to back up from the Elimination Chamber, get in this match and try and produce at a top level. Not easy to do, but he's showing us how it's done right now as Lince Dorado breaks up the pinfall. Kalisto may have kicked out anyways. But good to see Dorado on the ball there, making sure that he's there for his partner. Nakamura, oh, what a right! That right hand has rocked Kalisto! And Kalisto in some trouble. He's trying to fight back with some rights of his own. And Nakamura just picks up Kalisto and drives him right into the knee. Shinsuke maybe looking for the tag, bringing his tag team partner Finn Balor. Not to be just yet. Shoulder block. Couldn't quite continue the assault. But Balor tags himself in. Great awareness from Finn Balor. Nakamura may not be pleased about it, but Finn Balor doing the right thing, getting himself in there and helping out his tag team partner right when he needed it the most. And now Finn, right hand. Kalisto. Up on the shoulders. Now double knees. Into the guts. That will bust your guts right open there. And Kalisto trying to hang on. He needs a tag. He's got to bring in Lince. Oh, there's a follow-up kick. That's okay from Kalisto. That's what we need to see from him. A better performance. Kalisto hooks the leg. Balor is down. Could be it. No. And there is Lince Dorado. He tried to get a hold of Nakamura. He failed to do it though. And Finn Balor shot to the midsection there by Kalisto. A man who's been a champion before here on Universe Mode, Intercontinental Champion in that mix a few years ago. Oh, Kalisto! Beautifully executed move there. But Finn Balor trying for the tag, crawling, scratching and clawing, couldn't get it done. As now Kalisto over the top. Finn Balor now hit to the outside. Kalisto, oh no, look out! A DDT head first into the hardest part of the ring. Balor may have knocked out Kalisto, and that, if he hasn't, that may have. Gran Metalik not getting himself involved. I know some managers would love to do so, but Gran Metalik a little bit more fair. Former Cruiserweight champion, still competes down in the Cruiserweight division in NXT, Gran Metalik. He's got one heck of a record in Universe Mode. I mean, a great champion in the past, but he's enjoying watching his friends Kalisto and Lince try their hardest to potentially win these tag team championships one day. Back and forth exchange between both men right now. Could be a count out here. Kalisto with a leg sweep. Referee with the slowest 10 count I've ever seen in my life. Count of 8. Does he know what comes after 8? He does. Count of 9. Both men. Kalisto's in. Finn Balor just gets in time. Balor drives down Kalisto with a suplex. And Finn Balor feeling it now. Can Finn put him away? Balor, right hand. There's another. Finn Balor, sling blade with the takedown. And now Finn believing in himself right now. And he's going to bring in his tag team partner, Shinsuke Nakamura perhaps. Maybe not just yet. Maybe he wants that corner. And Finn Balor, double drop kick into the corner. In prime position to be hit with a coup de grace. Will he need it though? Kalisto is down, and he may need it because he gets the 2 count. Kalisto's still in the fight. And now Finn Balor shrugs off Kalisto, who's been in there for a long time. He really needs a tag. Finn Balor needs a tag. He's got one. And so does Kalisto. Lince Dorado is in. What a clothesline. Dorado, big chance for him right now. Missing the drop kick. Finn Balor will watch on as Nakamura tries to seal the deal. Big kick to the back of his head. Lince Dorado. Oh, what about this? What about that from Dorado? Balor will break it up though. Wow, that was excellently done by Lince. Great counter into the Boston Crab. And now back and forth right hands. Only to be hit by the STO takedown. And oh, Nakamura met with a few rights. Dorado with a big super kick. Pretty pleased with himself there with a backflip. Wasting time though. Showboating. He needs to be trying to win this thing. Lucha House Party could be on the verge of getting a massive upset over the team of Balor and Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh! Kinshasa. Oh my goodness. 2. That's all. Nakamura had enough. Enough with this, he said. Boom! Kinshasa. Game over. Well, excellently done by Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor. This is a team that is starting to get better and better every time we see them. They're believing in themselves. The chemistry is building. It needs to continue to grow though, because whilst they're looking good, Insurgents are still a step ahead. But these two men may be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Well, this man is coming off an extremely disappointing Elimination Chamber. The big red monster, Kane, on his way to the ring. And he's got a date set with the beast, Brock Lesnar. Well, I tell you what, Kane will be disappointed. His brother, The Undertaker, defeated by Insurgents. He was pinned by Kevin Owens. The dead man is not here tonight, not supporting Kane. Kane was fuming, he was frustrated with the loss, and he demanded a match here tonight. I think he may have bit off a little bit more than he can chew, because he's got himself the #1 contender in Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman will watch in the back. He says he's ironing out the contract for the Lesnar and Strowman match. He's got his attorneys in there. They're trying to figure out the stipulations involved, the money involved. Lesnar instead will focus on dealing with Kane. He's not worried about Heyman right now. Heyman's doing the work in the back. Lesnar's going to do the work in the ring. Brock Lesnar, you know, hasn't got the greatest record of all time in Universe Mode, but what he does have is that aura about him. He's been champion before. He's had a few lean couple of years, but now he'll be a part of the Wrestlemania main event with Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. And Lesnar already has Kane in a precarious position. Kane up top, Lesnar with a superplex off the top. The back superplex, and that is going to hurt Kane. Not just a suplex, it's super. That is going to hurt. Kane already getting manhandled here by Brock Lesnar. These two have met in the past here in Universe Mode, and Lesnar's got the better of him in the past as well. Kane, the latter stages of his career, no doubt, but is able to win the tag team titles with his brother as part of the Brothers of Destruction. It was a great comeback story. It was a great win. It was awesome to see, but unfortunately for Kane, it has not been a great 24 hours for him, losing to Insurgents. Now this match with Lesnar, and already Lesnar is dominating so far. Kane will try and get himself back in this thing here. Lesnar would love a big win to set himself up against Braun Strowman. He's coming up again against a man with some similar size in Kane, so it's a good tune-up match for Lesnar as Kane hits a big slam himself at missing the kick. And Brock now, oh no, he's got He's got a chokehold. Ooh, no. Thought he was going to get him with that guillotine, but instead, the rope break in force. Kane is hurting, though. Only get a 1 count. Going to be difficult for Kane to back up against a tough match against Insurgents and get himself mentally right for this one against Lesnar. Well, I don't think Kane expected to get Lesnar when he showed up to work today and said, hey, give me a match. Our Raw GM Christian has given him the beast. And Kane with some offense now. This is better from Kane. A clothesline to the outside. Kane's a legend. We cannot disrespect Kane and what he's been able to do throughout his career. He has still got one more big fight left in the tank. He's going to need that right now. Anything he's got left in the tank, he needs to produce and bring it out here tonight. As a belly-to-belly slam there. Kane looking okay now. Lesnar, belly-to-belly suplex to the outside of the ring. Count of 5, Lesnar. He won't want to count out. That's not his style. Lesnar picks up Kane and drills him the outside of the ring. And Kane now drives Lesnar into the steps. Bit more offense here from Kane. But he gets met with a German suplex again, but Kane straight back to his feet. Kane showing some resilience so far. Lesnar, look out, another German suplex. Kane holding onto his back. But Kane with a DDT. Tit for tat right now for these two men. Back and forth. Kane hooks a leg. Nothing, no. Crucial right here for Kane. Hang in there for as long as he can. Lesnar slaps away Kane. Lesnar snap suplex. Kane is down. And Brock Lesnar trying to pin Kane. Put him away. Potentially no. The Beast in control at the moment. Kane hanging on. The former Raw Tag Team Champion Kane. His brother, The Undertaker, not here tonight. Kane all alone. Wants a fight. And this is a fight that he is struggling to handle. Lesnar just having his way right now. Just throwing and Kane all around the ring. But there's a snap DDT. Kane trying to draw on this crowd for some support to get him through this tough encounter. Lesnar, though, shuts it down. Kane not going to give up. He's still going. Kane with a headbutt. And Kane. Oh yeah, there you go. Kane working his way back into this contest. There's a big kick. This will be catastrophic for Lesnar to lose this contest after winning the chamber, beating Samoa Joe in the final encounter. This would be disastrous to lose to Kane right now. It would derail all the momentum Lesnar just built. Kane with rights. Big right hands on the Lesnar. Hell of a comeback Kane is starting to put together right now. But has he got anything left to finish it off? Lesnar throws Kane over the top. And Brock Lesnar trying to fire up here. Kane, look out. Lesnar, look out. German suplex. Lesnar wants more. A second. Looking for 3. Lesnar unleashing the beast inside of him. Kane launched around the ring. And Kane is in trouble now. Lesnar into the cover. But Kane still has fight. Lesnar. Brock Lesnar up the top here. Up high on the shoulders. The F5. Hooks the leg. Kane is down. And that's all. Lesnar with the win. The number 1 contender for the Universal Championship. Now a winner on Monday Night Raw. Kane is down and Lesnar's not through with him yet. Oh boy. Lesnar. Look out. Here comes another F5. The match is already over. But Lesnar deciding to inflict a little bit more punishment. And Kane has barely moved an inch since that F5. The second on Kane. And Lesnar has a baseball bat. Oh, come on. As if Lesnar needs any more support. He is just smashing the ribs of Kane in with his bat. Lesnar Not done with Kane yet. Kane trying to fight, but he's made a bad decision in getting up as Lesnar with another F5. No Undertaker here to help. Lesnar lays out Kane. Surely that's it. Oh no. Oh, come on. He's still got the bat. And now the cavalry. That's Braun Strowman's music. But where is he? Kane being destroyed here as Lesnar gets him out of the ring. And here comes Strowman. Lesnar has met him there already though, and has struck with some rights and now a boot. And now another big hit on the back of Strowman. Strowman trying to fend off Lesnar and help out Kane here. Here comes Strowman with a big clothesline. The champion fighting back. Strowman driving Lesnar into the corner. And he's got a hold of Lesnar up on the shoulders now. Strowman trying to overpower Lesnar, who is hanging on and trying to overcome Lesnar. After going through a tough battle of Kane, trying to continue the fight. And Strowman, here we go! Running power slam! Braun Strowman lays out Lesnar. And Strowman is feeling it now. And Strowman, not done yet, he wants more. Looking for a bit of payback for Kane. Strowman wants more. And oh, Lesnar blocks it. Lesnar blocks that exchange. And now Lesnar, oh, massive German suplex. Huge German suplex. And Strowman goes to the corner. Lesnar out of the ring. And he's had enough. And you can see on the face of Strowman, he is hurt. And he is hurt badly. He has just got a taste of what is to come from the Beast.